Hi and welcome. My name is Cassie. I'm a prenatal yoga teacher and exercise specialist. And today I'm going to guide you through a short, gentle yoga class to open up and stretch your body. We will be using 2 yoga blocks, so grab those if you have. If you don't worry, you can do the class without. They just make it a lot more accessible, especially if you're further along in your pregnancy. I also have a free guide to modify your yoga practice during pregnancy that is linked in the description below, and it just goes over ways that you can modify certain yoga poses, ones that you may want to avoid during certain trimesters, and just things that you should know overall about practicing yoga during pregnancy. So be sure to check that out. And if you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing to my channel. When you're ready to get started, come join me on your yoga mat. We're going to begin in a seated position. So come to sit in a cross-legged position or anything else that feels good for you. You can shift your body a little side to side, feeling into your hips. And then close your eyes as you come to stillness. Bring a hand to your belly, the other hand to your heart. And begin to turn your focus inwards, coming into your internal space where you connect with your baby. And then take a big breath in, filling up your hands, inviting in fresh energy and oxygen. As you exhale, open up your mouth and sigh it out. Take 2 more breaths like this. Breathe into your hands, fill up your body. Open your mouth, let it go. One more big breath in. Long breath out. And then open up your eyes as you bring your hands to your knees. And begin to take some circles. As you breathe in, shift your chest forward. And as you breathe out, move your chest over to the right side. Curl your hips back, rounding through the spine, and then over to the left. Moving in an intuitive way that feels good for you. Starting to allow that pelvis to arch and round, make some circles. Good big breaths to direct these circles. And then switch the way that you're crossing your legs and take it the other direction. About 2 or 3 times, going slow enough to notice each part of the movement. How your hips are doing, how your back feels. You can allow the head to get involved, maybe dropping it as you go back. And then the next time that you come around, make your way through center, ground through the hips, lengthen through the head. Reach your arms all the way up, taking an inhale. And exhale, side body stretch. Bring your left hand down. Right arm goes up and over. Drop the left shoulder. And reach through the right fingertips. And then switch sides. Bring your arm up. This time, left arm comes up and over. Ground through the hips. Stay heavy through the pelvis. You can look under that top arm if it feels good. And then come all the way back up. Reach both arms to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and spin your palms up. Draw the shoulders up to your ears as you get long through your side body. And then as you breathe out, press the arms forward and round the upper back, gently hugging your baby in towards you. Reach your arms back up. And then release your fingers and arms, taking them out to the sides again. From here, come to your hands and your knees. You can take blocks underneath your hands and begin to flow through cat and cow. Now that your hips are off of the ground, you have a little bit more freedom to move them. As you breathe in, tailbone goes up, broaden through the chest. As you breathe out, round the pelvis under you, making your back like an angry cat, or it's almost Halloween, like a Halloween cat. And then twice more. Inhale, lift the hips, open through the heart, chin can lift. And then exhale, rounding the back, hugging your baby up and in, bringing support from those deep abdominals. One more time, inhale, lift the hips, open the chest. And exhale, round through the back, separate the shoulder blades. And then find your way through center. Reach your right leg behind you, toes on the ground. I'm going to do my left leg so that I'm facing you. Push back through your heels so that you get a long stretch through your calf and your Achilles. And then pivot your bottom shin so that it is roughly parallel to the short edge of your mat. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. And at the same time, spin your extended leg, those toes, to face the front, grounding through your foot. Hips gently press forward, thinking pubic bone to ribs. And then as you breathe in, reach your top arm over your head, gaze goes down. And exhale, arm back up to the ceiling. One more time like that. Sweep your arm overhead, creating a long line from your fingertips to your hips to the edge of your foot. And then reach your arm back up. Now adding in a rotation for the upper back, begin to weave your top arm under your chest like you're giving yourself a big hug. And stay here as you breathe into your back ribs. And then reach your arm back up. Keep your back leg extended as your right hand comes to the block. Pivot your chest forward. And then take that leg out to the side. And getting into your inner thighs now. You can tuck your left toes under. See how that feels. If it's not good for your knee, then don't do it. And then from here, send your hips toward your heel. Pausing in that place where, again, you're feeling just an easy, gentle opening for the inner thigh. You may also want to walk your arms towards the right, towards that leg, feeling a little bit more through the left side of your lower back. And then walk yourself back through center, come to hands and knees, and release your left leg to the mat. Switching sides. So actually now it's your left leg that extends back. And then pivot your chest open, spin your bottom shin so that you have more stability. It's parallel to the front of your mat. Adjust your top leg so that your toes are facing forward. And then reach your left arm to the ceiling. Inhale, arm sweeps overhead, gaze goes down. Exhale, arm comes back up to the ceiling, pushing the ground away with your bottom hand. One more like this. Arm comes overhead, gaze down. Exhale, arm comes back up to the ceiling. Now getting into that upper back, weave your top arm under your chest. Good. Again, only go as far as you can without moving the lower half of your body. Take a big breath into the lateral ribs and into your back. And then extend your arm back overhead, keeping your left leg extended as you come towards center. And take that leg out to the left side. Right toes can tuck as your hips drop back towards your heel. Good. And if you're right up here feeling it, totally great. It's all going to be different depending on your body and on each day. You have that option of walking the hands over to the left. And then bring yourself back through center. Take your left knee to the mat. And let's have a seat. Bring your feet to your mat, knees to the ceiling. Blocks can go off to the sides. Hands come behind you, fingers facing out. Open up through the chest, and now we'll just allow the knees to windshield wiper from side to side. So make sure that your feet are as wide as your mat. Drop your knees over to the right, and then bring your knees back up through center and drop them over to the left. Let's take it one more time each direction. Allowing those hips to move externally and internally. And then the next time that your knees drop over to the right, pause. Lift your chest up so that your chest is facing your right shin. I'm going to turn around so that I'm facing you. Right shin is forward, left leg is back, knee either in line with your hip or you can bring it slightly forward. Hands come by your sides, and now with a long spine, begin to tilt the chest forward, feeling that stretch in the outer right hip. Let's pause here for a couple breaths. This is great if you are experiencing any sciatica pain or any deep butt pain. And then lift the chest back up. Just like we started, bring your knees up towards the ceiling. Hands go behind you, feet to the floor. And now drop your knees over to the left. Again, I'll turn so that I'm facing you. Now your left shin is forward, right leg is back. Hands come to the sides. It's natural for that back hip to be lifted, but you still want to keep it heavy. Begin to tilt the chest forward. Soften through the face and the neck. Steady, deep breaths. And then lift your chest back up. Once again, hands behind you, knees to the ceiling, feet to the floor. Now walk your feet about hip width distance, so a little bit closer. Open up the chest again. You can stay right here in this position, or if you're comfortable lifting your hips, you'll begin to press into your feet, making sure the heels are under the knees. Lift the hips up. You can say hello to your baby. Squeeze your glutes. And then lower your hips back down. Let's do that one more time. So push into hands and feet. You can also just stay right here, opening the chest, or lift the hips, squeeze the glutes. Pull your pubic bone up towards your belly button and lower all the way down. Slide the legs forward so that they are straight. Good. Bring your shoulders over your hips. And then let's flex the toes back and point the toes forward. Once more, flex the toes back towards your face, getting that blood flow to your feet and back up. Point the toes forward. And then flex the feet. You may want to open your legs a little wider depending on the size of your belly. And you're going to tilt your chest forward just like we did in that other position. Option to move a little side to side, feeling a gentle stretch through your hamstrings. Maybe you drop your chest and head if that feels good here. And then rise all the way back up. Cross your legs just like we started class. And this time, bring your hands to your knees as you drop your chin to your chest. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Make sure there's space between your teeth. And roll right ear to shoulder. Arms stay heavy. And then chin to chest, rolling left ear to shoulder. And you can take a half circle again each way, or if it feels good on your neck to take a full circle. You can slowly bring the head back. Take it in both directions. And then lift the head back up, floating it above the shoulders. Reach your arms all the way up, carve your space. And exhale, open the arms out again. Let's do that 2 more times. So as you inhale and reach your arms up, invite in what quality you need today. Maybe it's trust. Maybe it's joy. Perhaps you've been worrying a lot lately and today you just want to do something joyful, something that feels good, that makes you feel happy. One more time, breathe in, reach your arms up. And then this time, take your hands to your heart center. And bring a hand to your heart, a hand to your baby. And then you can rub your hands on your body, generating some warmth and healing as you repeat to yourself, my baby and I are happy. My baby and I are healthy. My baby and I are loved. Allowing those words to sink in as you repeat them to yourself. My baby and I are happy. My baby and I are healthy. My baby and I are loved. Take one more big breath into your hands. Exhale, let it go. And then join your hands together at heart center, thanking yourself for taking this short, gentle yoga class for you, for your baby, and wishing you a healthy and happy pregnancy and beautiful rest of your day. Thank you. If you enjoyed today's class, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to know ways that you can modify your yoga practice during pregnancy, certain poses that you may want to avoid, or ways that you can adapt them, be sure to check out my free pregnancy guide linked in the description below.